Apple Incorporated has become one of the world's top corporations, generating billions of dollars annually, providing jobs worldwide, introducing astonishing new technologies and products, and upending the apple carts of technology, politics, social events, and more. Their achievements cover so many areas that it would take days to spotlight. Apple's rise to power has been an up-and-down battle of mega proportions. They've had to go up against fierce competitors, government regulations, and more. However, when all is said and done, Apple still is a leader in innovation and originality. So let's look at some of the fun facts about Apple. The name Apple came from founder Steve Jobs' like of the fruit. Mystery surrounded the reason for the name Apple, but in truth it was just the fruit that Jobs liked and named the company after that. Apple originally had 3 co-founders. The third co-founder, a man named Ronald Wayne, had joined co-founders, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, but he left the company only 12 days after it was founded. He sold his 10% share for only $800 and got an additional payout of $1,500. Had Wayne stayed with the company, his shares would be worth today around $60 billion. Apple have a no-smoking ban regarding their computers. As ridiculous as it sounds, but if you smoke while using an Apple computer, you void the warranty. You've been warned. Apple employs more people than a good-sized city. Apple employs over 90,000 people. However, millions more make money from Apple, and that ranges from sales affiliates to mom-and-pop shops around the world. With the first Apple iPod, an Easter egg was implanted. The way to get the Easter egg is to go to the About menu and hold down the center button for just a few seconds. Users could then see and play a game called Breakout. The game had previously been developed by Apple co-founders Wozniak and Jobs when they worked at Atari. Apple is so successful, it has twice the amount of money than the U.S. Treasury. Apple scored big time with the iPod. The creator, Tony Fadell, had originally offered the device to both Real Networks and Philips. Both companies turned it down. In 1983, Apple launched its Lisa line of computers. It failed. Word is that around 2,700 of the devices are buried in a landfill in Utah. Apple is so successful, that in the first quarter of 2014, it made more money than Amazon, Google, and Facebook combined. Apple has around $150 billion in excess capital. It could buy companies like Netflix, Twitter, Tesla, and Facebook. It was no evil satanic reason the Apple I sold for $666.66. Steve Wozniak saw that the price was $667 and liked repeated numbers, so he changed it to $666.66. Apple's first company logo featured a drawing of the father of physics, Sir Isaac Newton. To raise capital for Apple, co-founder Steve Wozniak had to sell his scientific calculator. Apple was the first to make a digital color camera. The name iPod was inspired by the movie 2001, A Space Odyssey. At present, Apple is the largest publicly traded company in the United States. Apple's cash on hand, around $155 million, could give everyone in the U.S. $490. If Apple was a country, it would be the world's 27th largest country, between Venezuela and Belgium. By 2011, the Apple iPhone accounted for 40% of the company's annual revenue. It's estimated that over 3/4 of Apple's income is from products that were invented within the past 10 years. Even with an estimated net worth of $7 billion, for the last 15 years with the company, CEO Steve Jobs was only paid $1 so he could qualify for the company's health benefits. Overall, Apple's history is one of astonishment. Now one of the most powerful players in the computing and mobile fields, Apple continues to surprise the world with its innovative products and services.